My topic is the future of influencer marketing trends and predictions and detail explain, and let's go to the topic and let's go to the start. The future of influencer marketing, trends and predictions. The future of influencer marketing is likely to be shaped by several emerging trends and predictions. Here are some key factors that could define the future of influencer marketing. Authenticity and transparency. As influencer marketing continues to evolve, the demand for authenticity and transparency is expected to increase. Audiences are becoming more discerning and can easily identify inauthentic or overly promotional content. Influencers who prioritize transparency, genuine experiences, and honest recommendations are likely to gain trust and maintain long-term relationships with their followers. Rise of micro-influencers. While macro-influencers with large followings have dominated influencer marketing, the future may see a shift towards micro-influencers. Micro-influencers typically have smaller but highly engaged and niche audiences. Brands are recognizing the value of micro-influencers in terms of authenticity, targeted reach, and cost-effectiveness. Video content and live streaming. Video content has been gaining traction across various platforms, and this trend is expected to continue. Influencers are likely to invest more in video content creation, including live streaming, vlogs, and short-form videos. Platforms like YouTube, Instagram Reels, TikTok, and live streaming platforms offer opportunities for influencers to engage with their audience in real time and create more immersive experiences. Gen Z and emerging platforms. Gen Z, the youngest generation of consumers, will play a significant role in shaping the future of influencer marketing. This generation has grown up with social media and expects more authentic and relatable content. Influencers who can effectively connect with Gen Z through emerging platforms like TikTok, Snapchat, and Instagram Reels will have a competitive advantage. Data-driven influencer marketing. With advancements in technology, data-driven influencer marketing is expected to become more prevalent. Brands will increasingly rely on data and analytics to identify the right influencers for their target audience, measure the impact of campaigns, and make informed decisions. Influencers who can demonstrate the ability to provide detailed analytics and insights will be in high demand. Influencer marketplaces and platforms. The growth of influencer marketplaces and platforms is likely to continue. These platforms connect brands with influencers, streamlining the collaboration process and providing access to a wider pool of influencers. They offer features like campaign management, payment systems, and performance tracking, making influencer marketing more accessible and efficient. Long-term partnerships. Brands are shifting towards building long-term partnerships with influencers rather than one-off campaigns. Long-term collaborations allow for deeper integration, more authentic storytelling, and better alignment with brand values. Influencers who can establish long-term relationships, become brand ambassadors, and offer ongoing value will be in high demand. Influencer regulation and guidelines. As influencer marketing matures, regulations and guidelines around sponsored content and disclosures are likely to become more stringent. Influencers will need to navigate these regulations and maintain transparency in their collaborations to ensure compliance and maintain trust with their audience. Influencer diversification. Influencers are diversifying their content and expanding into new areas of expertise. They are branching out from traditional niches and exploring lifestyle, wellness, sustainability, and social issues. This diversification allows influencers to engage with a broader audience and opens up new opportunities for brands to collaborate across different sectors. Virtual and augmented reality. As technology continues to advance, virtual and augmented reality, VR/AR, are expected to play a role in influencer marketing. Influencers could utilize VR/AR to create immersive experiences, allow their audience to virtually try products, or showcase destinations and experiences in a more interactive way. Overall, the future of influencer marketing will be driven by authenticity, niche targeting, data-driven strategies, and emerging technologies. Adapting to these trends and staying ahead of the curve will be crucial for influencers and brands looking to maximize the impact of their influencer marketing efforts. The future of influencer marketing is likely to be shaped by several key trends and predictions. Here are some insights into what we might expect. Rise of authenticity. Authenticity will continue to be a crucial factor in influencer marketing. Audiences are increasingly seeking genuine connections and transparent content from influencers. Authenticity will drive the shift towards micro-influencers and the use of user-generated content, as audiences trust recommendations from real people rather than purely promotional content. Long-term partnerships. Brands will move towards long-term partnerships with influencers, focusing on building sustained relationships rather than one-off campaigns. This approach allows for more authentic storytelling, deeper brand integration, and increased loyalty from influencers, resulting in more meaningful and effective collaborations. Focus on niche and micro-influencers. Niche and micro-influencers with smaller, highly engaged audiences will gain prominence. Brands will recognize the value of targeting specific niches and leveraging the expertise and credibility of influencers within those niches. Micro-influencers often have more authentic connections with their followers and can deliver higher engagement rates at a lower cost. Video content dominance. Video content will continue to dominate influencer marketing. Platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram Reels have witnessed significant growth in video consumption. Short-form, snackable videos and live streaming will play a significant role in engaging and entertaining audiences. Brands will need to adapt their influencer strategies to include video content formats that align with the platforms their target audiences prefer. Influencers as content creators. Influencers will increasingly be viewed as content creators rather than just promotional vehicles. Brands will tap into their creativity and storytelling abilities, involving them in content creation beyond sponsored posts. This shift will allow for more authentic and organic integration of brand messaging into influencer content, enhancing the overall brand experience. Data-driven decision-making. Brands will rely on data and analytics to drive influencer marketing strategies. Advanced tracking tools and metrics will enable brands to measure the impact of influencer campaigns more accurately, including reach, engagement, and conversions. Data-driven decision-making will allow for better selection of influencers, campaign optimization, and improved return on investment. Influencer marketing automation. Automation tools and platforms will emerge to streamline influencer marketing processes. These tools will help brands identify suitable influencers, manage campaigns, measure results, and facilitate influencer collaborations more efficiently. Automation will save time and resources, making influencer marketing more accessible for brands of all sizes. Authentic social causes. Influencers will increasingly align themselves with social causes and advocate for issues they are passionate about. Audiences value influencers who use their platforms to make a positive impact, and brands will seek out influencers who share their values. Collaborating with influencers who champion social causes can help brands build trust, increase brand loyalty, and drive positive change. Virtual influencers and AI technology. Virtual influencers, who are computer-generated characters, will continue to gain attention. These digital influencers can be customized to embody a brand's image and values. Additionally, advancements in artificial intelligence, AI, technology may enable brands to create personalized influencer experiences using AI-generated content, chatbots, and virtual assistants. Regulatory guidelines and transparency. As influencer marketing evolves, regulatory bodies and social media platforms will implement stricter guidelines and transparency measures. Brands and influencers will need to comply with regulations regarding disclosure, sponsored content, and data privacy. Transparency will be key to maintaining trust and credibility in influencer marketing. Overall, the future of influencer marketing will be driven by authenticity, niche targeting, data-driven decision-making, and innovative content formats. Successful brands will adapt their strategies to leverage these trends and build meaningful connections with influencers and their audiences. The future of influencer marketing is expected to evolve as new trends and technologies emerge. Here are some predictions and trends for the future of influencer marketing. Authenticity and transparency. Consumers are increasingly seeking authenticity from influencers and brands. In the future, there will be a greater emphasis on transparency, genuine connections, and meaningful content. Influencers who can maintain authenticity and build trust with their audience will continue to thrive. Rise of micro-influencers. Micro-influencers, with smaller but highly engaged audiences, will continue to play a significant role in influencer marketing. Brands will recognize the value of micro-influencers who have a genuine connection with their niche audience and can deliver higher engagement rates. Long-term partnerships. Brands will shift from one-off campaigns to long-term partnerships with influencers. Long-term collaborations allow for deeper brand integration, consistent messaging, and stronger relationships with the influencer's audience. These authentic and effective influencer marketing campaigns. Video content dominance. Video content will continue to dominate the influencer marketing landscape. Platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram Reels will see a surge in popularity, and brands will leverage influencers to create engaging video content to reach their target audience effectively. Influencer-generated content. Brands will increasingly rely on influencers to create content for their own channels. Influencers are experts in creating engaging content, and their unique perspectives can enhance a brand's content strategy. Brands will collaborate with influencers to generate user-generated content, takeovers, and co-created content campaigns. Data-driven influencer marketing. Brands will leverage data and analytics to drive influencer marketing strategies. Data will be used to identify the most relevant influencers, measure campaign effectiveness, and make informed decisions on collaborations. Influencers themselves will also become more data-savvy, using analytics to optimize their content and partnerships. Influencer marketing automation. Automation tools and platforms will emerge to streamline influencer marketing processes. These tools will assist in influencer discovery, campaign management, and performance tracking. Automation will help brands and influencers scale their efforts and make influencer marketing more efficient. Diversification of platforms. As new social media platforms and technologies emerge, influencer marketing will expand beyond traditional platforms like Instagram and YouTube. Influencers and brands will explore opportunities on emerging platforms such as Clubhouse, Twitch, and VR/R platforms to reach new audiences and stay ahead of the curve. Authentic influencer niches. Influencers who specialize in specific niches or industries will become increasingly valuable. Brands will seek out influencers with expertise and credibility in niche markets to tap into highly targeted audiences. This will lead to the growth of micro-niches and influencers with specialized knowledge. Regulation and transparency. As influencer marketing continues to evolve, there will likely be increased regulation and scrutiny. Governments and platforms may introduce stricter guidelines and disclosure requirements to ensure transparency and protect consumers. Brands and influencers will need to adapt to these regulations and prioritize ethical practices. The future of influencer marketing will be shaped by changing consumer preferences, technological advancements, and industry developments. Brands and influencers who stay ahead of the curve, embrace new trends, and prioritize authenticity and transparency will continue to harness the power of influencer marketing effectively. The future of influencer marketing is expected to see several trends and developments that will shape the industry. Here are some key trends and predictions for the future of influencer marketing. Continued growth. Influencer marketing is projected to continue growing in popularity and significance. As social media platforms evolve and new platforms emerge, influencer marketing will expand to reach wider audiences and adapt to changing consumer behaviors. Authenticity and transparency. Consumers are increasingly demanding authenticity and transparency from influencers and brands. Influencers who maintain genuine connections with their audience and provide honest, unbiased recommendations will be highly valued. Brands will prioritize partnerships with influencers who align with their values and can deliver transparent sponsored content. Rise of micro-influencers. Micro-influencers, with their smaller but highly engaged audiences, will continue to gain prominence. Brands will recognize the value of targeted reach and niche expertise that micro-influencers offer. Micro-influencers often have stronger relationships with their followers and can deliver higher engagement rates. Video content dominance. Video content will continue to dominate influencer marketing. Platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram Reels will play a significant role in the creation and consumption of influencer content. Short-form, snackable video content will be particularly popular, capturing users' attention in a fast-paced digital landscape. Long-term partnerships. Brands and influencers will focus more on long-term partnerships rather than one-off campaigns. Building authentic, ongoing relationships allows influencers to become true advocates for brands, integrating products seamlessly into their content. Long-term partnerships also provide opportunities for deeper storytelling and brand integration. Authentic user-generated content, UGC, will remain a powerful tool for influencer marketing. Brands will encourage their followers to create content related to their products or services, leveraging the authenticity and relatability of UGC to amplify their message. This content can be repurposed and shared across various marketing channels. Influencer diversification. Influencers will continue to diversify their content and expand into new platforms. Many influencers will establish their presence on emerging platforms and explore different content formats to engage with their audience. Brands will need to adapt and collaborate with influencers across multiple platforms to reach their target demographics effectively. AI and virtual influencers. The use of artificial intelligence, AI, and virtual influencers will likely increase in the future. Virtual influencers, created using computer-generated imagery, CGI, offer unique opportunities for brands to reach specific audiences and create innovative campaigns. AI-powered influencer platforms may also facilitate the identification and collaboration between brands and influencers. Data-driven strategies. Brands will increasingly rely on data-driven insights to inform their influencer marketing strategies. Analyzing metrics such as engagement rates, conversions, and audience demographics will help brands identify the most effective influencers and optimize their campaigns. Data-driven strategies will lead to more targeted and impactful influencer partnerships. Regulatory changes. The influencer marketing industry may face increased regulations and guidelines. Governments and platforms may introduce stricter rules regarding transparency, disclosure of sponsored content, and data privacy. Brands and influencers will need to ensure compliance with these regulations to maintain trust and transparency with their audience. The future of influencer marketing will be shaped by evolving consumer preferences, technological advancements, and industry dynamics. Brands and influencers who adapt to these trends, prioritize authenticity, and leverage data-driven strategies will be well positioned to succeed in the evolving influencer marketing landscape. The future of influencer marketing holds several exciting trends and possibilities as the industry continues to evolve. Here are some trends and predictions for the future of influencer marketing. Authenticity and transparency. Authenticity will remain a top priority for both influencers and brands. Consumers are increasingly seeking genuine connections and transparency from influencers they follow. Influencers who maintain their authenticity and disclose their partnerships will continue to build trust and credibility with their audience. Rise of nano-influencers. Nano-influencers, individuals with smaller but highly engaged social media followings, will gain more prominence. Brands are recognizing the value of nano-influencers who have a loyal and niche audience. Collaborating with nano-influencers can be cost-effective and lead to more meaningful connections with specific target markets. Long-term partnerships. Brands and influencers will increasingly shift towards long-term partnerships rather than one-off campaigns. Long-term collaborations allow for deeper integration, authentic storytelling, and the development of stronger brand affinity. Brands will invest in nurturing relationships with influencers to build loyalty and create ongoing, impactful content. Video and live streaming dominance. Video content, particularly live streaming, will continue to dominate the influencer marketing landscape. Platforms like YouTube, Instagram Live, Twitch, and TikTok will remain key channels for influencer collaboration. Brands will seek out influencers who can create engaging and interactive video content to connect with their audience. Influencer-owned products and brands. Influencers will increasingly venture into entrepreneurship and launch their own products or brands. They will leverage their influence, expertise, and audience to create their own businesses. Brands may collaborate with influencer-owned brands for mutually beneficial partnerships, creating unique product offerings and reaching new audiences. Data-driven influencer marketing. As the industry matures, data-driven influencer marketing will become more prevalent. Brands will rely on data and analytics to identify the right influencers for their target audience, measure campaign performance, and make data-backed decisions. AI-powered tools will assist in influencer selection, content optimization, and performance tracking. Rise of virtual influencers. Virtual influencers, computer-generated characters with a strong online presence, will continue to emerge. These virtual influencers offer a unique opportunity for brands to create customized and controlled brand experiences. While still relatively new, virtual influencers have the potential to reach younger demographics and provide novel marketing opportunities. Influencer marketing regulation. As influencer marketing continues to grow, regulations and guidelines will likely become more prevalent. Governments and platforms may enforce stricter rules regarding transparency, disclosure. Influencers and brands will need to ensure compliance with these regulations to maintain trust and transparency. Diversification of platforms. Influencer marketing will expand beyond traditional platforms like Instagram and YouTube. Emerging platforms and channels, such as TikTok, Clubhouse, and new social media platforms, will provide new avenues for brands to connect with influencers and their audiences. Brands will need to adapt their strategies to engage with influencers on these evolving platforms. Impact and social responsibility. Influencer marketing will increasingly focus on social responsibility and making a positive impact. Influencers who use their platforms to promote social causes, advocate for sustainability, and address social issues will gain more prominence. Brands will align themselves with influencers who share their values and actively contribute to meaningful change. The future of influencer marketing is dynamic and ever-evolving. Brands and influencers that embrace these trends and adapt to the changing landscape will be well-positioned to build authentic connections, engage audiences, and drive impactful results in the years to come. The future of influencer marketing is dynamic and evolving. Here are some trends and predictions that may shape the future of influencer marketing. Rise of nano-influencers and micro-influencers. As the industry becomes more saturated, brands are likely to shift their focus towards nano-influencers, influencers with a small but highly engaged following, and micro-influencers, influencers with a moderately sized, niche-specific following. These influencers often have a more authentic connection with their audience and can provide niche expertise, making them valuable partners for brands. Authenticity and transparency. Authenticity will continue to be a crucial aspect of influencer marketing. Consumers are becoming more discerning and seek genuine recommendations from influencers they trust. Brands and influencers will need to focus on transparency, clearly disclosing sponsored content, and maintaining trust by aligning with authentic brand values. Long-term partnerships. Brands are increasingly recognizing the benefits of long-term partnerships with influencers. Instead of one-off campaigns, brands will seek ongoing relationships with influencers to foster deeper connections and build a sense of brand loyalty among the influencer's audience. Long-term partnerships allow for more integrated and authentic storytelling. Video and live content. Video content, including live streaming, will continue to grow in importance. Platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram Live provide opportunities for influencers to engage their audience in real time and create immersive experiences. Brands will leverage these formats to showcase products, host live events, and engage with their target audience. Diversification of platforms. While Instagram has been a dominant platform for influencer marketing, brands will diversify their efforts across multiple platforms. TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and emerging platforms will gain traction, providing opportunities for brands to connect with different demographics and explore new creative formats. AI-powered influencers. Advances in artificial intelligence, AI, may give rise to virtual influencers and avatars. These computer-generated influencers can be programmed to embody specific brand attributes and engage with audiences. While this trend is still in its early stages, it presents unique opportunities for brands to reach and engage with consumers in a novel way. Enhanced measurement and analytics. As influencer marketing becomes more sophisticated, there will be an increased focus on accurate measurement and analytics. Brands will invest in tools and technologies that provide comprehensive data on reach, engagement, conversions, and ROI. Advanced analytics will help brands evaluate the effectiveness of influencer campaigns and make data-driven decisions. Influencer marketplaces and platforms. Influencer marketplaces and platforms will continue to emerge, facilitating the connection between brands and influencers. These platforms streamline the process of finding, evaluating, and collaborating with influencers, making influencer marketing more accessible for brands of all sizes. Niche influencer marketing. Brands will recognize the power of niche influencer marketing, targeting specific interest areas and communities. Micro-influencers with expertise in niche industries or subcultures will gain importance as they can provide targeted reach and engagement with a dedicated audience. Influencer regulation. With the increasing scrutiny on influencer marketing practices, regulatory bodies may introduce more guidelines and regulations to ensure transparency and protect consumers. Brands and influencers will need to stay updated on these regulations to maintain compliance. Overall, the future of influencer marketing lies in fostering authentic connections, leveraging diverse platforms, embracing emerging technologies, and prioritizing transparency and measurement. As the industry continues to evolve, brands and influencers who adapt to these trends and stay ahead of the curve will be well positioned to succeed in influence. Thank you for watching the video and subscribe the channel.